Well, hello there, Scorpio. How are you? It is so good to see you. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are taking a look at your tarot reading for mid-November. This is good from now until mid-December. We'll take a look first at the overall energy with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details about any obstacles on your path or advice that Spirit has for you. And Scorpio, celebrating the new moon in Scorpio. We had that on Monday, and we're at the very tail end of that energy, but I did do a special reading around that and put that up last weekend. But in that, there is a new moon in Scorpio reflection journal. It's completely free, my gift from me to you. So you may want to download that and just kind of like take a look at it, go through that, because this new moon in Scorpio really was in your first house of identity. So this is a big, very big new moon for you. So please check that out. I'll also put the reflection journal link in the description box of this video too. All right, let's see what we have on the horizon for you. Impasse, reflect and redirect your energy, and then crow spirit, co-create with spirit. Okay, this is so weird because I'm like, I can't even get my words out, right? I think that that's how this is. There's some situation that you have, okay? And this feels very much like a relationship with somebody else. Now, remember, you have the new moon in Scorpio was in your first house. So this has something to do with your identity, your roles, how you perceive yourself and how you think other people perceive you. Okay, so it's that perception thing, you know, is the kind of like a reflecting on, is the perception that people have of you the same as the perception you have of yourself? Okay, and there's something there to take a look at. Now, I'm having trouble getting my words out, right? Because I think that there is, you know, either one relationship, or maybe you have a couple of relationships, or maybe you're seeing this in different areas of your life where you feel like you can't communicate your feelings. And there's some type of impasse, right? There's like a wall there between you and somebody else, right? Because it says reflect and redirect your energy. An impasse is when, yeah, we've hit a wall. There's no negotiations. We can't compromise. We can't find common ground at all. But I think that you've been putting a lot of time and energy into either thinking what you would like to say to this person, or thinking about the situation, trying to perhaps see their perspective of it, because Scorpio, you are so deep, right? So you could be trying to figure out their perspective. But there's something about the way that you especially with your identity, your first house, right? What is the role that you play in this relationship? And I think there's something about the way that you feel they are perceiving you in that role, versus the way that you perceive yourself. Okay, or it could be vice versa, right? Let's think about it that way. The impasse could be that you are seeing yourself having a certain role in a relationship, but the other person has a certain way they want to be in the relationship. Wow, that's kind of complicated. No wonder I can't talk because it is that energy of, okay, you know, and it's not just like, okay, who's going to do the dishes tonight? It's not that. It's the energy of, how do our roles work together? Can they work together? Okay, let's take a look at this. Yeah, you have new beginning, and then you have family. So, you know, we have Thanksgiving coming up, you know, next week. So Scorpio, this could have something to do with family. A lot of the readings have, you know, we're getting ready for the holiday season. A lot of times this is when we have to go deep. Who am I, right? And you, especially with that new moon in Scorpio, who am I? Who do I want to go to Thanksgiving dinner as, right? Is this the authentic me or the me that everybody wants me to be? It's almost like you're taking a look at that. And I think that this is emotionally draining, whatever this is. I think there's, there's either people like you feel like people are talking about you behind your back, okay? Or getting ready to stab you in the back. And so emotionally draining. It could be that there's somebody, okay, that you're not talking to at this time, like a conflict, right? It could be, a family conflict or a friend conflict or one of your neighbors or something. And you're thinking that they are talking about you behind your back, or you're trying to figure out what they're saying to other people about this situation, right? But it's draining your energy. You're putting so much time and energy into trying to figure out what this other person is thinking. Yeah. And you're literally, it's time to go have some fun. It really is time to, yeah, 6 of Cups. Yeah, definitely either like family energy or, along a romantic partner. It could be a romantic partner. It could be a friend even, that's been in your life for a very long time. Trying to figure out. You are sitting here looking really pretty though, okay? Because you're the Empress energy. You have the imagine and you have the joyous fun. I think somebody's raining on your parade. That's how I get this energy, this impasse. There's something that you are wanting to create for yourself. And the Empress energy, once again, is very much family energy, mother energy. So, it could be you, it could be your mother, it could be grandmother. It doesn't have to be, but very much the energy of, you, and you could have a child, that type of energy. But something about trying to create, the Empress is all about trying to create this expansive energy of fun, perhaps in your family environment, or seeing yourself as the Empress of the family, maybe the matriarch or something like that. Yeah, you have the Judgment, and then you have the 9 of Pentacles. There's this decision that you need to make about who you are and how you want to show up in this situation, okay? Whatever this impasse is. I think part of the impasse is that you're trying to figure out, who am I? How am I going to show up? How has my role in the family changed, okay? So it could be you're getting ready to go Thanksgiving and say one of your siblings, okay, recently got married or something like that, right? So now you have a new, say it's your brother and he got married. So now you have this new sister-in-law. This is like the first Thanksgiving where maybe you have to also deal with the sister-in-law or something like that. And you're kind of like, well, I used to be the only girl, whatever, right? And now it's kind of like, well, now I have to share the sister role with somebody else, It's just the energy of trying to figure out your role in a certain situation and going deep. I think you're trying to go deep because I think part of it is you're trying to figure out who you want to be, because I'm skipping to the end. Okay, the outcome is the Death card. This is your energy, Scorpio. Going within and understanding, who do I want to be? Do I want to be who I am, or do I want to be who my family wants me to be on Thanksgiving? Because there's a disconnect here. There's an impasse. The other thing is this could be all within yourself. So on one side of the wall could be the true authentic you, Scorpio, right? And on the other side of the wall could be the role that you play in your family, right? The person that you are when you show up for Thanksgiving dinner usually. And this year you're kind of like, I don't want to show up as that inauthentic version of myself. I want to be who I truly am. But it means that you have to make that choice to be independent. For some of you, maybe society, you don't want to go to Thanksgiving. You're like, you know what? I really don't want to be there. I want to celebrate who I am. This is a sense of truly wanting to celebrate. Look at this. We have, you're not going to believe it, we have the Emperor on the bottom, right? Wanting to have a sense of who you are, okay? Maybe based on a role that you want to play. Yeah, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, you're upgrading. This is truly because look, you have the Death card, your energy again. You know, going from being independent, okay, to the Queen of Pentacles. Once again, almost like, I think your choice is, who do I want to be? Do I want to be, I think you're struggling with how you fit in the family and what role you really want to play. I can totally relate to that because when I was first married, we were the first ones married in the family, right? And then like a year or two later, there was another couple. There was a wedding and there was another couple. And I no longer was the daughter-in-law, right? The only daughter-in-law to my mother-in-law, right? I was no longer just the daughter-in-law. There were now two of us. And it was kind of interesting, like even the dynamics in the kitchen where I had fallen into a role of, you know, making the mashed potatoes or, you know, putting the bread in the oven and then putting it in a pretty basket or something. Whatever my role was, all of a sudden there was somebody else I had to share the role with. And it was okay, but it was kind of like, okay, like how are we going to do this? Right? And I think that that is what you're trying to figure out. Because here's the thing. You want to stay true to yourself here, Scorpio, right? You want to stay true to yourself. But you may feel as if you're having a hard time staying true to yourself because your role has shifted somehow in the family dynamics. Yeah. So it's kind of just like rethinking. What is it that you want, you know, out of this situation? And in the long run, too, okay? So let's take a look at your obstacle. Yeah, I think you're playing it safe. I think you want to take some action on this, but you're playing it safe. You're trying to go slow, okay? And learn as you go, which is not a bad strategy. But let's see, this is your obstacle. So let's see what we have here. Maybe you're trying to play it too safe. Yeah, I think you're trying to play it too safe. Because you have the Four of Pentacles. I think you're holding back. I think you're trying to play it a little bit too safe. Instead of joining in the fun, okay? Because we have fun. There's lots of fun, okay? Instead of joining in the fun, what you're doing is you're trying to kind of like hold yourself back. Take a rest. Yeah, you're holding yourself back. So the question is, why are you holding yourself back? Instead of joining in the fun, okay, what is holding you back? There's something holding you back. So let's take a look at your advice. Because you have the Death card, you have the higher power. You know, it's almost like you know the answer. That's for sure. You know the answer here, but consciousness of lack. Not feeling like you fit in. Feeling like the only way you can fit in is to kind of like be part of the group, but that is not in alignment with who you are. It would be kind of like, say you are a vegetarian and then you go and the Thanksgiving family dinner is all around the turkey, right? And you're like, okay, so how do I not eat turkey and, you know, and still feel like I fit in? There's something that you are individual about, okay? Something specific that you feel like is holding you back from enjoying the fun in some type of an event, okay? Because here, everybody's getting together, right? You're invited, and yet at the same time, okay, you have the Five of Wands, as if, yeah, the invitation brings up conflict within yourself. I think this is more within yourself, but you could be concerned about the conflict that you're going to have to face at this gathering. Okay. This is another example. Okay. Perhaps you choose not to drink alcohol, right? But you know that everybody at the family get together is going to be drinking heavily, right? And it's kind of like, yeah, I don't want to partake in that. That's not who I am. And so it is about taking a step back and asking yourself, okay, how am I willing to compromise? Or am I willing to compromise in this situation so that I can be part of the group, if that's what you want, Scorpio, right? And not give up who I truly am, not be inauthentic. Yeah, I think there's something here where you're feeling like when you get together with this group, whoever it is, and it doesn't have to be family, but there's a lot of family energy here, but maybe it is a work group, right? Or a friend group, a neighborhood group. It's almost like, how can I get together, right, with these people and feel like I fit in? Because there's something in particular that is making you feel like you don't fit in. Let's see. Yeah, look. Oh my goodness. Because you have the Treasure Island and you have the Ten of Cups here. This is the energy of understanding. I think maybe part of it is that you're feeling a little bit, Scorpio, like you're having to compromise something about yourself, right? You're having to compromise. So maybe you're feeling like, well, I'm a vegetarian. There's going to be turkey. It's not maybe just the fact that you don't want to eat turkey, right? It's that you are also kind of like, well, what does that mean if everybody else is eating turkey and I'm not? You know, should I speak out? It's almost like you're having this internal conflict with yourself about that. But it comes back to the fact of that we can't control the choices that other people make, right? We cannot control what the choices that other people make. Sometimes there is something about having social graces and participating in things when there is a group that we would like to be a part of, okay? And we may not be able to show up as our true authentic self completely, okay? And it's social graces, right? It's just the energy of that. And not to allow yourself to get too kind of bogged down maybe in feeling like you're being inauthentic. Because with that new moon in Scorpio, you're really asking yourself, what is my identity? Who am I? How do I show up? What are my special gifts? How am who I am perceived by other people? And this is one of those situations where I think you have to allow yourself a little bit of compassion and grace to yourself, right? Because this could be, you know, a situation where you really do want to be part of this group because they're family, right? Even if you don't see eye to eye on everything, because it's about different perspectives and maybe just recognizing that. Or if it's really too uncomfortable for you, you just decide you have to go your own way, you know, and you say, I'm sorry, I can't come to Thanksgiving this year. You know, it's not going to work for me. Yeah. All right, let's pull a soul truth card for you. How can I infuse more self-love and compassion into my daily life? I think that that's the main key here, Scorpio, is allowing yourself to love yourself, to know what these people think about you really doesn't matter at the end of the day. It's about how you feel about yourself. So if you go and you're not going to eat turkey, not to feel like you're the cast out, you know, or something like that. It's just about enjoying, I would say, focus on the good that these people provide in your life and know that that is the important thing to focus on, and to not like put too much pressure on yourself. Don't feel like, you know, you're the outcast that they're talking about. Yeah. I'm sending you so much love and hugs, Scorpio, because I think you're kind of like in internal turmoil, but be kind and gentle with yourself. Okay. Love yourself and all will be good. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you so much love and light. I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. And I wish you much love and light. Bye for now.